Hello guys, good morning. It's been raining all morning. Very beautiful fall-like rain. Sweet baby hasn't had his walk yet. And speaking of him, I just saw these over here, and I draw these at work when I'm bored. I draw Kieran. Just thought you would like to see those. My sweetheart. So yeah, he's waiting for a walk. He may have to wait till after lunch. But I had some desk time, and of course that gives me time to read the news of the day and politics. And well, let's talk about it. It's first of all, it's Rapture Day, and I already said online, whew, I'm back. I'm back. It wasn't my best rapture, but that was weird. Did you see the camera glitch like that? That was strange. Anyway, people on TikTok, or I guess I should say TT, we're not supposed to say it. We can't talk about anything anymore. Isn't that crazy? Because he gets in everybody's business. And so if you talk about anything, you get in trouble. Like, you literally can't talk about anything anymore. It's ridiculous, all the code words we have to use. But anyway, I'll say TT. You know what that is. And I'll say tic tac. How about that? The tic tac. And people are talking about the rapture, and they are serious. Like, there was a lady saying that her kids were hearing demons. Of course, to me, this is a form of they're having psychosis. They're so into this thing that they are starting to believe weird stuff and hear things. And I mean, the kids are going to be in therapy for the rest of their life after this. But the other one lady said she had a whole bunch of Bibles that she had written on, and they were for after she leaves, Bibles for people that came into her house. So it's very like Jim Jones Kool-Aid, Haley's Comet type of thing. It's very much like that. I told you, we're in a cult. We're in a cult. And what's the other thing? A lady said, oh, she said she would miss her dogs, and she felt bad because she knew her dogs wouldn't come with her. And I was like, dear God, this is just... And I'm getting a text about the rapture from my local crystal shop. They're making fun of it, haha. If you tie a whole bunch of crystals to you, you may not, if you put a bunch of crystals in your pocket or you put them in your bra or your shoes, you may not get lifted up. Now, as you guys know, my theory on the rapture, and I'll say it as fast as I can because I don't want to go into the long theory, but my theory on the rapture is this. We're always in a rapture. Every day is a rapture if you think about it. The universe uses us like bottles that we're here on earth. Our soul, our body is a vessel. Our body is a bottle. It's empty. We come here, yes, we have our past life and we have spiritual knowledge, but when we get here, we're wiped. We're empty. And that stuff's in the ethers, but we're empty. It's like it was emptied into a pool. That's the best way to say it. Our knowledge, our past life, it's still there, but not in us anymore. It's outside of us. It was emptied into a pool. And then we have this bottle, we have this vessel. So we come here and we learn through mistakes, relationships, good relationships, bad relationships, parents, friends, school, jobs, mistakes, addictions and all that stuff. And we learn it, and then we go back and we're this filled up, overflowing bottle. Like, that's when we leave, is when we're just full. And we go, and then the universe goes, wow, you brought me a lot of stuff, thank you. I'm always expanding. The universe is always expanding because of our knowledge that we bring as these vessels on earth. And then we can choose to go back again. And so we're all in the pool, we're all one, we are God, we're the universe, we're all, but there is like a divine being, but really it's all us. But when we come back here, we are sort of a diluted version, obviously. That's why we feel like God is greater than us, because here on earth, we're so empty. We're empty. And then some people fill up their vessel with cult. They're afraid, they want to be dominated. They don't believe that they're a God. They believe that someone's greater than them. So and I saw 4:4. So they find that fake Jesus like 45 and Jim Jones and Charles Manson and all these cult personalities to fill them up. And a lot of people have Jesus experience. And if they don't have that, they also have drugs. or some sort of addiction. The ego loves to fill up the vessel with these things because the ego is so alone and so detached and doesn't have belief that they're connected to something, because it's down there. And up on your crown chakra, you're closer to your higher self, and you're closer to spiritual knowledge and your true self and God and the divine and connection to everything. But when you're down in your ego, you're always in the dark. You're always in the belief that there's only one thing that can fill you, and that is stuff and a fake Jesus. And so they keep filling and filling and all these temporary things that aren't really the source. And the source really is you. God is in you. Do you see if a camera just did that thing? Okay. And so when you are here on earth with your empty vessel that you're filling through experience and life and mistakes and love and heartbreak and all these things that we do, rising up through your chakras to your higher self, your true self, and God and the divine, if you are only filling yourself with falsehoods, addiction, which you can learn through addictions, but let's say the Bible is a guideline. Religious text is a guideline. It is not meant to fill you. You are not supposed to spend your whole life in a dark corner reading the Bible out of fear and obedience and duty. Because when you go back, and the divine source says, what did you bring me? I'm ever expanding. I want to learn. And you say, I brought you my pure self. I stayed pure through reading Bible quotes. And it's like, I already knew all that. Go back. Go back. You didn't learn anything. I already knew all this. Those were guidelines. That wasn't what you're supposed to do. That's nothing. You just filled yourself with stuff that I already have. It's like giving Dad another tie on Father's Day and Christmas. I wanted real stuff. I wanted real experience because I need to expand. I don't want to shrink. I want to expand. So the Bible isn't bad. Religious text isn't bad, but you're not learning anything. It's a guideline. It's a filler. It's a fake filler. It's saccharine. It's fluff. The rapture. The rapture would be if the universe was done expanding and had learned everything. And that means we are done. We're done here on earth. So the thing about the rapture is you don't want the rapture. The rapture means it's all over. The rapture is not going to take Christians, because unless it wants to get rid of the Christians off the earth so that the rest of us can learn, because they're stopping us from learning. That would be but that's not a good thing. That's not meaning that you're being taken out of love and joy and that you were great. It means that you were a hindrance. The rapture would be a bad thing, but technically every day is a rapture of, we're calling information, whatever, you know what I mean. That's probably the fastest way I can tell you what the rapture is. You get the point, right? That we're ever expanding and we're ever learning, and we have to learn. Oh, we don't have to, but we should learn, because we're part of the universe too. When we get there, we want to have the universe expanding too. We want to have more experience. We want to, whatever. You get the point. So, the rapture. It's not pure Bible people that are going to get taken. In reality, if the rapture happened, if the rapture wanted to take anyone, it would actually take those who have the most knowledge, who've learned the most through experience in life. And that wouldn't be uber Christians. It would be the rest of us. And who are like who are learning the most right now? Probably people that are like immigrants and people who are in the LGBTQ plus, and these people, and anyone with a disability now, autistic people, and everyone who has something where they're being outcast, and they've had to hold strong to their faith and be true to themselves as the divine made them. That's who the divine would take, because the divine is in great awe of people who have been judged and who are outcast, but who have faith and stand in their absolute truth. That's who the rapture would take. Okay, moving on. So today, 45 spoke to the UN, and honestly, I just think that we need to ask ourselves, is he crazy? Because he's saying crazy things. He was projecting a lot. I heard him say that other countries are going to hell because of their immigration policies. Well, he's obviously projecting. his guilt. He also said that another country was a huge rapist of women, and that again is a projection. I don't know how he could stand there and say that with a straight face. It's just, he was saying the worst things, and I don't know. It's not good. It's not, whatever is happening with him, it's not good. I do think he probably, for entertainment purposes only, has dementia, and it's just getting worse and worse by the hour. Now, what was funny, what was interesting was somebody turned off the, what do you call it? Not the projector, which isn't that interesting because he's projecting. It was the, whatever, the thing that he reads from, the teleprompter. And he said, you're going to be in big trouble. He threatened them. And then, okay, so afterwards he went up the escalator and it stopped. And he had to walk up the escalator. Now, I thought that was very symbolic. Now, first of all, is somebody doing this to him on purpose? I feel like yes, but also I feel like symbolically these things are happening as from the universe, because he's done. These are symbols of his time being not in a, I'm not in a threatening, no violent. I'm just saying as an intuitive what I feel the universe, the messages is sending him, that he's done. His time in this place of power and pain and abuse is done. And so remember, he started his presidency in 2016 on the escalator, and now he's, the escalator stopping is, and he knew it. Like, I just got that. He got the symbolism, and he's not happy. My camera's doing weird things. Yeah, he got the symbolism. So I do, you know, I said it, I've said it for a while, his time, I said it at the election. I said, no matter what, he's not going to be here. I know some people say he's going to be here full term. If that's true, not him. He's not fully in his mind, body, spirit, not him. He is just not all there. And I don't think health-wise, mentally, he's going to be there past 6 months. And some people say it's going to be soon. I really feel like the universe is saying it's over. Your time here is over. So, I'll pull some cards. Let's do that. For 45 today on the 23rd of September. Show me 45. Right now, he's showing me he's in a limo, stuck in traffic somewhere. Stuck in traffic. Is he trying to get back to, is he getting to the airport? He would have to go to the Air Force One to travel back to the White House. He's in a limo. Stone silence between him and Melania. Actually, yeah, okay, so 45. The Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. That's like the Sun in reverse. That is, and that Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in reverse. That's body. That is energy, life force being drained. The Sun in reverse, it's life force being drained. Sundowning, his dementia, not seeing the truth, looking at the end, looking at the end, looking at the end. He's looking at the end. He's thinking about it real hard. He knows there's an ending coming, and here he is. Here's 45. He's mad. He'll fight. He'll fight to the very last moment. But he knows the ending is coming. And that J.D. Vance is ready to step up and take his place. Six of Pentacles in reverse. That is, I always get that card for misuse of money, trickery, treachery, lies, Seven of Cups lies, fooling the public. The gaslighting is beginning to wane, believing the lies, wanting to believe the lies, being distracted. There's that dementia again, the Empress in reverse. Who would be the Empress in reverse? That's like women, America. In the past, the Moon in reverse, that's dementia, delirium. Page of Swords in reverse in the future, that's bad news. The Lovers at the top would be his networking with Uten. People are walking away from him. Contracts, the trust is walking away. Four of Pentacles in reverse, money not there. Queen of Swords, harshness, women, Kamala, Melania. The World in hopes. Here's the Devil in reverse. So the Devil, him facing his addictions, his fears, judgment from the universe, judgment, law. Epstein files for entertainment purposes only, secrets, hiding those secrets, a High Priestess in reverse. Ten of Pentacles, that would be good for him. Ten of Pentacles. What is underneath there? It's like the murky shadows underneath. Secrets, money, hiding secrets with money. Five of Cups. People walking away. Ultimate. What's going to be the ultimate outcome? What's going to be the... How will 45's October be? God and angels, how will 45's October be? Oh boy. Keep going here. That was too many. Ten of Swords, Justice. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, being stuck. A lot of legal stuff. I do feel, for entertainment purposes only, the Epstein files are really going to play a part in his life in October. And there's nothing he can do about it. There's a lot of things coming to light that he has tried to hide with money. And it's just like the wolves are howling at his feet. And he can't outrun this anymore, is what I'm getting. He can't outrun it. The secrets are coming to light. It's been almost a year since we all voted. And look, a lot of us voted early in October. I felt like all those votes just like were completely taken away from us because of the open tabulator. For entertainment purpose only, on election night, all our votes just went like washed away. And so it's been a year. And I really do feel like all his secrets are coming to chase after him. And that Sun card in reverse is him sundowning. It's him not being able to keep up with the secrets anymore. He almost wants to just admit everything and be out in the open with it. And that's not going to work. Let's see. Okay, show me the, well, we did. They showed me the Ten of Swords and the Justice. So he's going to have, October's going to be a time when a lot of things come to the surface for him. Ten of Pentacles. He does have that money, message of money. That's good. He's always going to have money somehow, you know. He'll always find a way. Just like Uten, they always find a way. So anyway, I think that's symbolic. So I'm just going to leave it on that. I think it's symbolic. October's going to be interesting for 45, and I don't feel like he's going to be here in his full brain capacity and full power as a leader and a figure of pain and a cult leader, cult personality. I don't think that's going to last much longer. Thanks for watching. Bye.